2 Shmuel chapter 22. وَيَدَبَّرَ دَاوِيدَ لَيَهْوَ, and David worded for Yahweh, et divrei hashira hazot, the words of this song, b'yom hitzil Yahweh hoto mikaf kol hoyabayu, in the day of Yahweh's delivering him from the palm of all his enemies, umikaf Shaul, and from the palm of Shaul. Wayomar, and he said, Yahweh sala'i umthudati, Yahweh is my rock and my stronghold, umfalatili, and my deliverer for me. Elohe Thuri, God of my rock. Ehzabo, I would take refuge in him. Magini, my shield. Wikarna Yishai, and the horn of my salvation. Mishagabi, my high tower. Umanusi, and my place of fleeing. Moshi'i, my Savior. Mehamasatoshi'eni, from violence thou savest me. Muhullal Eqra Yahweh, one being praised, I would call Yahweh. Umehoyabai Iwasher, and from my enemies I would be saved. Ki afafuni mishbere mawit, because the breakers of death, they surrounded me. Nahalebeli al yibatuni, the torrents of worthlessness, they terrified me. Hebele Sheol sabuni, the cords of Sheol surrounded me. Qidamuni mokashe mawet, the snares of death encountered me. Basarli Eqra Yahweh, in the distress toward me I called Yahweh. Well Elohai Eqra, and to my God I called. Vayishma mehechalo qoli, and he heard from his temple my voice. V'shawati b'odhanai, and my cry for help was in his ears. Vayitgash watirash harsh, and the earth shook itself and it trembled. Mosadot hashamayim yirgazu, the foundations of the skies quaked. Vayitgashu ki haralo, and they shook themselves because it was provocation to him. Allah ashana bapo, smoke came up into his nostrils. Weshemipiu torkel, and fire from his mouth consumed. Gehalim ba'aru mimenu, coals burned from it. Wayet shamayim wayerad, and he inclined skies, and he descended. Wa'arafel tahat ragalai, and thick darkness was under his feet. Wayerkaba al karub wayaop, and he rode upon a karub, and he flew. Wayera al kanaferuh, and he was seen upon wings of a spirit, or wings of the wind. Vayashet hoshech svivotau sukkot, and he set darkness around about him, sukkot, or pavilions, or booths. Hasharamayim aveshahakim, gatherings or collections of waters, thick clouds of skies. Min nogah negado, from brightness before him. Ba'aru gahalesh, coals of fire burned. Yarghem min hashamayim Yahweh. Yahweh thundered from skies. Ve'elion yiten qolo, and the Most High gave his voice. Vayishlach hithim, vayafithem, and he sent arrows, and he scattered them. Barak, vayahom, lightning, and he threw them into tumult. Vayarahu afiqeyam, and the channels of the sea were seen. Yigalu mosadot tevel, the foundations of the world were uncovered. B'ga'arat Yahweh, by the rebuke of Yahweh. Min nishamat ruh hapo, from the spirit of the breath of his nostrils. Yishlah mimmarom yiqaheni, he sent from on high, he took me. Yamasheni mimmayim rabbim, he drew me out from abundant waters. Yathileni me'oyevi az, he delivered me from my strong enemy. Mishonahai ki hamathu mimmani, from one's hating me, because they were too strong for me. Yaqaddamuni biyom hedi, they encountered me in the day of my calamity. Wayahiya Yahweh misha'an li, and Yahweh was a support to me. Wayoshe lamerhab oti, and he brought me out for the broad place. Yahaltheni ki hafeth bi, he delivered me because he delighted in me. Yigmaleni Yahweh kisidqati, Yahweh was rewarding me according to my righteousness. Kavor yadai yathiveli, like the purity of my hands, he returneth to me. Kisha marti darche Yahweh, for I have kept the ways of Yahweh. Velo rashati melohai, and from my God I have not been wicked. Ki kol mithapatai lenegadi, because all his judgments were before me. V'hukotai lo asur mimena, and his statutes I did not turn from it. V'hayethamim lo, and I was perfect to him. V'eshetamra me'awoni, and I kept myself from my iniquity. V'yatab Yahweh k'tzidqati, and Yahweh returned to me like my righteousness. Kavori l'neged einai, like my cleanness before his eyes. Im hasid titahassad, with a committed one thou shalt show thyself committed. Imagibor tamim titamam, with a perfect mighty one, thou shalt show thyself perfect. Imnavar titavar, with a pure one, thou showest thyself pure. We'im ikesh titapal, and with a perverse one, thou shalt be unsavory. With ani toshi, and an afflicted people thou shalt save. We'eneka al ramim tashpil, and thy eyes are upon haughty ones, thou shalt bring down. Ki hata neri Yahweh, for thou art my lamp, O Yahweh. Yahweh yagih hoshaki, and Yahweh maketh bright my darkness. Ki b'cha arush gedud, because in thee I run a troop. Belohai adalagathur, by my God I leap a wall. Ha'el tamim darko, the God perfect his way. Imarat Yahweh terufa, the word of Yahweh is refined. Magenahu l'kol ha'hosim bo, a shield he is for every one taking refuge in him. Ki miel mibalade Yahweh, for who is God besides Yahweh? Umitur mibalade Elohenu, and who is a rock besides our God? Hail Ma'ozi Hail, the God, my strong fortress of efficacy. Wayater tamim daraki, and he loosens the perfection of my way. Mishawer ragalai, one making my feet like kayalot, like hinds. Wa'al ba'motai ya'amideni, and upon my high places he causeth me to stand. Melamed yadai lamilhama, one teaching my hands for the battle. Minihat qeshet nuhusha the and my arms can stretch a bow of bronze. Watitenali magen yisha'aka, and thou hast given to me the shield of thy salvation. Wa'anotaka tarbeni, and thy gentleness hath made me great. Tarhiv thadi tahateni, thou broadeneth my step under me. Walo ma'adu qarsulai, and my ankles have not slipped. Erdfahoyavai, wash me them. I pursued my enemies, and I destroyed them. Walohathuv adkalotam, and I returned not until their finishing. Wahalem wahem, and I finished them, and I smote them through. Walo yaqumun, and they shall not arise. Wayepelu tahat ragalai, and they fell under my feet. Watazareni hail lamilhama, and thou hast girded me with efficacy for the battle. تخريع قامي تحتني. Thou hast subdued ones rising up against me, under me. Wohoyabai tatali oref. And my enemies thou hast given to me a neck. Mashannahai wahathamitem. My haters, and I exterminated them. Yisha'u when Moshi. They looked, and there was not one saving. Eliah Walohanim to Yahweh, and he answered them not. Waeshahakim, and I beat them to dust. Ka'afaraharish, like the dust of earth. Hadikim, like the mire of streets. I crushed them to dust. Irqa'im, I stamped them out. What tafaltani, Meribe ammi, and thou hast delivered me from the contentions of my people. Tishmereni lerosh goyim, thou hast watched me for a head of nations. Amloya dhati ya'buduni, a people I have not known, they shall serve me. Benenekar yitkahashuli, sons of a foreigner, they shall cringe themselves to me. Lishamo'a hodan yishama'oli, for the hearing of the ear, they shall become obedient to me. Benenekar yibbolu, the sons of a foreigner shall be worn out, shall sink and fall. وَيَحْجَرُوا مِن مِسْجَرَوتَهُمْ, and they shall gird on from their borders. Hayya Yahweh Baruch Thuri, Yahweh liveth, and blessed be my rock. We'arum Elohe Thur Yishai, and the God of the rock of my salvation be exalted. Ha'el Hanoten Nakamot Li, the God, the one giving vengeances for me. Wamori the Ammi Tahateni, and one causing peoples to descend under me. Umoshi Meoyavai, and one bringing me forth from my enemies. Umikamai Toromameni, and from rises up against me, thou liftest me up high. Meir Hamasim Tathileni, from a man of violences thou deliverest me. Alakena Hodaka Yahweh, on account of this I will praise thee, O Yahweh, Bagoyim, among the nations. Ulashimcha Azamer, and to thy name I shall sing. Migadol Yeshuot Malako, a tower of the salvations of his king. Wa'oshe Hesed Limashi Hol Dawid Ulazara'o Ada'olam, and one effectuating loving kindness for his anointed, for Dawid and for his seed, unto unseen time.